I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. 2024 Fiat 500e.
Without launch control?
Singing control, Ace Ventura with me. Okay, so this is the new electric Fiat 500e.
And it is only available in electric.
It's very cool, front wheel drive only, and it has a mode where it sings out of its like presence speaker for pedestrians on the first time that you floor it and like let off or whatever. That's cool, that's cool.
It's interesting.
That's cool.
Okay, but let's actually do a real launch, or at least whatever this has.
You ready to be impressed?
I hope so.
Let me turn traction all the way
You
off.
can do that?
I'm in normal mode. Feels a lot slower with two people in it.
It's not bad once it got going.
Yeah, it is a really good zippy electric car. Horsepower and torque.
117 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque from one electric motor and a 42 kilowatt-hour battery, making this front-wheel drive.
Even with two people, that's a good amount of like...
Honestly, not the worst. It kind of feels almost better than I remember the ID4 feeling.
And then what is the full range of this?
It is up to 227 kilometers.
Which is like 149 miles, which I think is perfectly appropriate for this.
For a city vehicle.
This is a city vehicle.
It is.
This can fast charge as well. I think up to 85 kilowatts. And I think there's like a 10 to 80 in 35 minutes in ideal situations, which, you know, is probably attainable.
I mean, the fact that this can actually fast charge like level 3 is pretty impressive. It's not the fastest speed, but reasonably, that speed is what we get when we're charging faster cars because the chargers are always so broken. So it's like, if you actually get that number, it's pretty good.
All right, y'all, cliche quarter.
Well, the bump was like, okay, a little bit of bounce there.
Electric car stuff, okay, you ready?
Where do I hang on to? Okay. Feel like I'm gonna fall over it.
It's going, man.
It is going.
Like, I think I've driven like sports cars through here slower than this.
I feel like this needs rollover protection.
I think the battery at the bottom is the rollover protection. The stability still bogs it down a bit going through, you can tell.
Yeah, and then I held on to this plastic handle, which actually says made in Torino with an old little Fiat 500 there.
Not in Mexico anymore.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, so starting with the looks, since this is electric, the grille has to be the same color as the body, right?
That is an electric car rule.
We got that. We got different kind of headlights. We got like lines that go around. I think they look cool with the fog light things at the bottom, DRLs.
I love how all the DRLs look with like the double circle fogs.
It says 500 up at the front with like the red lines. I think there's different versions that are coming out that may have chrome and stuff.
Maybe even a Barth version.
Anyway, that's been in Europe for a while. We actually saw one. We don't know if it's coming to Canada. They did not confirm it with me, but the way the PR person phrased it, it looks like it's going to come one day.
We cannot confirm or deny or speak about future product, right?
Yeah,
so it's one of those lines.
No, actually, it was even better. You know what? it was way more telling than that.
Okay.
Nothing to share at this time.
I mean...
That means there will be something to share in the future.
Nah, that's like an equivalent of the same thing reworded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other looks things, we've got pretty much the same silhouette, but I think this is a little bit wider and longer than the previous Fiat 500.
Oh, it looks like that.
And then this was designed to be an electric platform, but when you pop the hood, that's where the motor is. So it looks like it's not, but it is.
Yes, there's no frunk storage space or anything like that.
And I'm not disappointed by that at
In
all.
a small car like this, it would have been nice.
No!
It would have been nice.
This is not a small car. You fold these... No, I'm serious.
Sorry, it's a compact car.
You fold these back seats down, and this can fit more than your Cobra. This can fit more than almost anything. In my Fiat 500, I put my lawnmower in the back. I put a whole bunch of stuff from Canadian Tire in the back of this. This thing got
it's decent.
A ton of room. Trunk
space, though, itself.
It's because it's a hatch.
Yes.
So it is a hatch. It is not a power fold down hatch. You know.
I wouldn't expect that.
You got to save some weight.
Does the hatch still work, unlike yours?
This one still does.
Nice.
And then this also has door handles that still work.
Nice, unlike yours.
Correct. They are electronic door handles.
And the motor still works, unlike yours.
Correct. Yeah, I have a Fiat 500 of Barth that needs a tune, and we'll see if it actually gets tuned and works one day.
On its second engine and second transmission.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, at least that.
But let's get back to this. I really like the way these wheels look. It's very reminiscent of the old one as well. Kind of like the Abarth with the multi-spoke.
My white Abarth wheels on my white Abarth, I don't see that thing moving much, but when it's sitting still, it looks good. And what would be the Continental recommended tire for an electric Fiat 500?
The Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus. And just at quick glance looking at this thing, I actually at first kind of thought it was your 500 Abarth.
When they rolled it up to my driveway, I thought it was mine too, because I'm like, hey, red mirrors, red trim, because this is Project Red, which I don't really know anything about.
Right. It's like a charity thing, I think. It's like the iPods did that.
Okay, so you can get this in red, white, and I think black right from the start.
Okay. I think I read that they're doing like these weird launches.
There's like a music trim, and then there's like a fancy gold trim. I don't know the names, and I didn't go to the event in Miami. You know, I'm not Will Smith getting jiggy with it.
Did he go there, or is you just referencing
No,
Miami?
because he's got that song,
Right.
Miami.
I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him out for that then.
I feel like he's sponsored by, he does Insta360.
Really?
Yeah, he's got to do ads. Like Will Smith has to do ads. Like, God, yo, you guys are super rich. Stop taking away ads from us. Okay?
And keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's right. You actually did that.
Yeah, he did.
Boom! Oh, yo, look at that turning radius.
Yeah.
Much better than my gasoline version.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not that good.
Moving on to the back, cool taillights.
Yeah, really nice.
And then the Fiat 500e badge has the blue around it because blue is electric.
That's right.
And a little spoiler at the top.
Funny thing to me is that the Fiat badge doesn't look centered, and that's only because of the proportions of like the wiper being on the left side and then the camera being slightly off center.
But I'm pretty sure it's 100% centered.
I also agree that it is centered, it just doesn't look like it.
So overall, looks-wise, do you think they did a good job of a Fiat 500 electric?
A fantastic job.
Did they screw anything up?
Nothing. Looks-wise, nothing.
Nothing. Looks great.
Looks honestly great.
And I think you can get like a chrome trim across in like the fancy versions that are coming out.
Great.
Which I wouldn't want, but I think it'll match those properly.
Yuri, could you Photoshop me the Gucci edition of this right now for me?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
because they had it in the previous one, and
Yeah.
like, yo, Gucci edition's pretty sick.
Yeah, this is actually a really fun car with a lot of fun additions.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to drive this. I want you to experience Torino.
And we're saving this on camera because I genuinely have not driven this car yet.
I'm gonna shut off the car so you can experience the singing, but also, welcome to the jungle, Jacob.
That sounded like a Christmas jingle or something.
And how awkward is that door handle?
I literally pressed it with my finger.
It's not a good door handle.
No, that should have been on the bottom and it would have been perfect.
But this way, it's not going to stop working when you pull on it.
Theoretically. Not powered.
Obviously.
It's an electric car, bro. Electric car.
Weight saving. This is the lightest electric car.
I guess it probably is, actually. Okay, where's the start button? There is a start button. That's good.
I believe previous versions did not have a start button. Here, look at
Maybe like European ones or something?
You want to see the key? Look at this key.
Oh, here we go. What is this sound? Welcome to the jungle. Turn on vehicle to use climate controls.
So that happens.
Okay.
I turn on the car and then I have to turn it on twice always.
Press brake pedal and push the...
Because you already did that. I don't understand why. There are other issues with this as well.
Okay.
I don't know. That's been frustrating.
Because
I know. That happens to me all the time. I was waiting for it to happen to you.
That's a Christmas song. Now it says it's on. Okay, strange. Oh, no, it's not. So you have to double press to start this thing every time?
That's what it seems like. It's been driving me bonkers.
That is pretty annoying. It's like the Volvo thing where you have to like move the... Yeah, anyways. Okay.
Okay, turn your traction off.
Okay. Traction, ESC disabled. I'm going to assume I have to hold it for a little bit longer just in case.
I think that's it.
I'm going to do a brake boost.
Wait. The music will only sing once every time you restart your car. Do you want to brake boost first or sing first?
I've already heard the singing. Okay, it's doing nothing. Oh my God. Don't brake boost this car. Okay, I'm just going to floor it then.
That's cool. That's cool. The car that sings.
Better. Somewhat.
There, you feel some pull there.
Once it gets going, it's actually not bad. It's just like that initial right off the line. I'm surprised you haven't complained about that from like stop signs, because like making a left turn to me, that would be like, oh man, I'm kind of scary.
It's just a slower electric car, and my mind has gotten used to it.
The steering is so light and very responsive. It's heavily over boosted. which is kind of interesting, but it also makes me feel like the whole car is very light as well, like in my head.
Can you imagine driving this in Italy?
Yeah, it'd be pretty.
That would be my dream, bro.
Would this actually be like big in Italy?
On Capri?
What's
I think
Capri?
Capri the island? I like that island.
I don't know. What about in Torino?
People park their cars in cages so they don't get stolen.
Really?
On the edge of cliffs, even though it's an island and you can't get it out of there.
That's incredible. All right, so let's get to the driving this thing. What do we have for drive modes? Because I'm in normal mode.
Okay,
I'm not in
normal
sport.
Mode. Let off.
Normal. It's just coasting.
Do you feel any regen?
Nothing.
Okay, it's the tiniest bit. Now pull this back.
E mode.
See, you didn't.
I have to hold it.
You have to hold it, and now you're
range. Holy
range.
crap!
So range is one pedal driving, but you can still go fast. So don't change the mode. You got to drive a bit.
Wait, I want to see if it's true one pedal.
100%.
Okay.
Now floor it, and now let off.
Oh yeah, that's fairly natural.
It's very natural. Okay. Now Sherpa mode.
Sherpa mode.
There is no sport. So now it charges even more. Now I want you to.
Feels the same.
Get to 100 kilometers an hour, but don't hit the kickdown pedal.
Okay. Considerably slower. The AC is also off. It turned the AC off. I can't.
Kick down pedal. Okay, so Sherpa
okay,
mode
so 80 kilometers per hour is the max.
It takes it from an 87 kilowatt battery to a 47 kilowatt hour battery.
Oh.
It changes the whole system.
Oh, interesting. Okay, give me my climate controls back. Okay, so now we got our climate back because that actually robbed it. And you actually have to turn it back on. It doesn't automatically do that.
But isn't that nice that you have a full-on like Sherpa mode or whatever? So yeah, normal and range is good for one pedal driving, and normal is good if you just want to coast, like if you're on the highway.
I like normal. But the way that they integrated the one pedal into that second driving mode, which, sorry, I keep forgetting because it's a weird name, range mode, not that weird of a name, Sherpa's the weird one, it's actually quite nice. Even though we don't have paddles, we have buttons for the radio, but suspension's a little bit bumpy, just because, not bumpy, but bouncy. And let's see what it does in cliche corner. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It feels top heavy, even though it's not. Like, it feels like it's going to tip over. Oh, God. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I've got traction off, and it doesn't feel intrusive or anything like that.
And right now we're at 61% charge, which gives us 125 kilometers showing on the thing.
That's to me, that's anxious already because it's not that much, and I know how poor the charging infrastructure is.
Okay. You want to start talking about that or later?
You can talk about it right now.
Okay, I got a little rant. So I tried charging this thing at home with the provided charging cable.
Yes.
I plugged it in, and it said, okay, this many hours. It didn't charge it up to that. And I was like, what the heck? And I tried again, it didn't work. And then I tried overnight and it wouldn't get to 100. And then I looked at the vehicle settings. There's a electric vehicle page, and then you can dial 1 to 5 the AC charging level. It says, in case of issues during charging, select the lower level. Charging at a lower level takes a longer time to bring the vehicle to full charge. So what I think happened is they tried to engineer the plug to work with AC power, like level 1. They couldn't get it to work, and they're like, F it. If you got a problem, dial it down.
I've never seen that in any other car.
And then the number doesn't totally line up how long it's going to take to charge up. And then I feel like every time I charged, the car would go to sleep and stop charging. I documented all this on my Instagram, so follow Yuri Tershin, and It's Really Jacob if you want to see the behind the scenes stuff that doesn't make these videos.
And the funny thing that I'm seeing right now, first of all, two things. The infotainment seemed pretty laggy when you press those buttons. The second thing is it's telling us right now that at level 2, it's going to take the same time to charge as at level 1. That makes absolutely no sense.
There's a lot of weirdness when it comes to charging, and I talked to the PR person, talked to the engineers, and they said they've never experienced this before. So I invite you guys to come over to my house. I'll show. I can guarantee make it work again, or make it have an issue again. And I think someone said because I have a GFI plug, that might be part of it.
But that's what you're supposed to have on the outside of your house.
Outside of your house, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you plug it on the inside, like where my garage is? I'm like, well, I mean, wasn't there a thing where like Taycans were like
a lot of cars
overheating chargers and things were melting? And I'm like, I don't really want to risk that.
That was a lot of cars doing that.
And then, okay, but besides that, if you set it to 1, wait a long time at home, it'll charge.
So besides being able to charge the car that you're paying to be able to use,
you need to experiment on your plug to see if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then the thing is, say you go to someone's cottage.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, should I risk it on 5 and not have a charger in the morning, or should I play it safe on 1 and have a little bit?
Dangerous.
The next thing, I went to a mall to charge this on a level 2.
Okay.
But since Sherway Mall only has 1 level 2 charger, I couldn't charge. And it's been like 5 years, and they still only have 1.
Yep.
And that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that
I
is.
haven't even tried Electrify Canada yet. I didn't try any other ones. I tried to just do it from home. But if I lived with it, I would get a level 2 charger at home. But I don't. I'm here to represent people who are figuring it out and just have plugs or live in an apartment.
Exactly. Makes total sense. I'm glad you did all that. Thank you for the investigative journalism. Now, I have some investigative journalism, not really, but I do notice a little bit of a skyline over here.
Yeah.
Not a Nissan, but like a city skyline.
Yeah, I guess that's Torino or something.
I think so. It looks pretty cool.
On the wireless charging tray.
At like a first glance, it kind of looks like it's already just peeled away from the rubber.
You gotta look closer.
Yeah.
And then that's where we have our plug as well, so you can do wired or wireless CarPlay.
And there's a lot of plastic in here. The interior is pretty cheap feeling, other than this bright red, very nice looking dash.
Yeah, so this red thing is awesome. It looks cool.
It does.
It's like one big solid piece of painted plastic. I love that.
What does yours look like? It kind of reminds me that it could look somewhat like this.
I think it's got like a big white panel there. So
okay.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah. And apparently these seats, I actually don't find them that comfortable. I feel like it's just pushing the center of my back out for some reason. I'm sure your back's probably different and better. It's fine.
I'm all right with these seats. Apparently, they did work on these seats to make them feel less like you're sitting on a bar stool.
Okay.
And it says Fiat on the thing. They're cloth only in this trim.
And apparently, they're made out of recycled materials.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because it's environmentally conscious, because it's an EV, and they're trying to project that image. We don't have a sunroof or anything like that. This feels fairly cheap. It's not Alcantara.
I think Europe has the convertible version, so I'm not sure if we're going to get that. Cannot speak about future products.
And then the back seats, no room for myself at 6'1.5".
I just fit, and like my hair is touching, my knees are barely touching. Like, that's how you feel every time.
Every car.
That is awful. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you. You're a tall freak in here now.
Yeah. What the heck? But with the seats folded down, so much room. Need to emphasize that.
Ooh, the turning radius, dude.
It's so good.
It's great.
So then we got the PRND.
Where's the L?
No, Brindle. Do you mind this?
I don't mind. I like this. And this infotainment at quick glance and use is actually just
it's like the Uconnect 5 or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing that you get in Maseratis and all that stuff. The MC20.
The only thing I don't like is that the Apple CarPlay buttons are very small.
Because it's so high res.
I know, but Porsche had that problem.
Yes.
They figured it out, and I have to operate it by grabbing here and just thumbing it, which also shows that it wasn't the most well engineered thing. If you have to grab your infotainment like a monkey.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have long fingers.
Yeah. Anyways, it's got Sirius XM, all that good stuff.
And then it has a reverse camera as well. No 360 camera because you can see everything.
Yeah. We got a volume knob here. It's this volume roller,
which looks suspiciously very close to that E-mode button.
And we have a parking electronic brake here, which
makes sense.
Normally you just have to turn it off if you're trying to go without a seatbelt on, and if you try to gas with a seatbelt on, it just drags the rear wheels, which is cool.
It looks like a cat in heat. What about our cup holders where your purse currently is?
Show me. Oh, yeah, no.
They're not here?
No, where is it?
It's hiding.
Show me, find it for me, bro.
Actually?
Yeah, actually.
Wait a second. Found it.
Yeah, one more cup holder.
I'm pretty good at this car thing.
Not as impressive as the previous Fiat 500 3-cup holder at the front and 2
Honestly,
back here.
I would just reach back here.
Yeah. So I think in Europe they have a 5-seater, but this is only 4-seater, and then look, we got an armrest.
Dude, you can fit 5 people in Europe?
I don't know.
5 Europeans.
Yeah, okay. Look.
I mean, we're both European, actually.
Look, we got an armrest, and it is not broken yet. Notoriously a broken part on older Fiats.
Nice.
And then there's good storage down there.
And we do have USB-C and USB for charging only.
And like a cigarette lighter, 12 volt.
Yeah. We do have some gloss black on the steering wheel itself, but the steering wheel has like a cool classic design. It makes me feel like I'm in a classic.
Honk it for me.
It's very cute.
Yeah, and then we got...
Why doesn't it sing?
It's probably not legal. And then we got a digital...
What about Tesla? You can download farts and fart at people.
But I think that it'll honk and then do that.
All right.
The digital gauge cluster is good. You can change appearance a little bit, but I think it's pretty clear to show whether you're on gas or charging. I'm not mad at it all, but I still like the Bolt better, how it tells you exactly how much power you're recuperating or using.
And it's very high res as well. Like, it doesn't look cheap.
Yeah, it's nice. And then visors?
Oh, let's find out. Oh, these are so small.
2, 1.
No. Total fail.
Yeah,
No, I don't. That's fail.
Okay.
Is that it, Yuri? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I like it.
I really enjoyed this. I straight up asked the PR person, I said, can I trade you my Fiat 500 Abarth for this?
For keeps.
Straight up.
For pinks.
And she's like, I can't give you a free car. I'm like,
well,
you're not giving me a free car. I'm trading you my Abarth. You know how much money I put into this?
Yeah, a lot.
But they said no.
And they could even put that into their heritage fleet.
It would be perfect, like natural marketing, because I actually really like this.
I mean, I see why the PR person said no, so I completely understand.
Yeah, but it's been great. Driving. I even had my kid in the back seat. I put the child seat there, which means no one can sit in the front seat.
No.
So you have to crawl into the back, which is awkward, but it was fine.
Nice.
She fit. Everything worked out well. So you could carry one kid around. Like if this was like your drive a kid to daycare car.
But then your wife could actually be behind you.
Yeah, and probably fit, maybe. I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. All right, let's get to the price.
This one is $39,995.
Canadian.
Very reasonable price for a small electric car.
And I think this is also set up in Canada to get a bunch of rebates. I know it's different between every province or whatever. I think the States, their rebates are only if it's built in the States, but this is built in Torino.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. But where would you suggest someone go to look for one of these?
tsp.truecar.com, discounted price offers. I'm sure you can probably get this below MSRP.
And I'm going to tell you straight up, also go to tsp.truecar.com and find yourself a nice cheap Abarth. I still love
You're gonna recommend that to people?
You know what? Some guy messaged me on Instagram. He's like, I want to get an Abarth or a Fiesta ST. And I'm like, yo, Fiesta ST is no, it was Mini Cooper.
Oh.
Or Fiesta ST, yeah. And he got a Mini Cooper. He's like, yo, I test drove an Abarth. He got rid of the Cooper, got an Abarth. I'm like, you can get it, but I'm not so sure you should.
Well, and
he did it. He fell in love with it and he got it.
Saab Kyle's got one.
Abarth gang.
Shmee just got one as well.
Yeah, well, Europe's got like the cool Abarth that they're still making. Anyways, I still love my Abarth.
Yeah.
I make these jokes, but I can't get rid of that car.
No, I get it. You should 100% please get rid of that car once it's fixed, though.
No, never. I like this car and I like my Abarth. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Can't wait to drive the Abarth
in Italy.
Electric.
In Italy.
Anywhere.